Hello guys, and welcome to the worst way to play Trials Fusion. This is a series where we look whether or not the games are still playable on their lowest graphical settings, and more importantly, whether or not they are still fun. Trials Fusion that we're playing today is running at a glorious 640 by 480 resolution with all of these fantastic settings that you can see here. I'll quickly run through them to show you guys. The only thing that we are running on is VSync to make sure that you're getting the best possible experience and seeing pretty much exactly what I'm seeing. Now, this is the first episode of this series that we're actually running another episode alongside this. It will be coming out either tomorrow or yesterday, weirdly enough, so we'll have to bear in mind that it might already be out right now. We're also going to run alongside this the best way to play. So the best way to play and the worst way to play are going to be running alongside themselves, and at the start of every one of these videos, when we get into the first level, like I'm going to show you on Turbine Terror right now, we're actually going to just very straightforward and nice and simple show you guys a side-by-side comparison of how these games look. Because I kind of feel like that's a really good way of demonstrating to you the difference in the graphical settings that we're running now. So we're not going for any particular like speed or anything like that. I just wanted to run through the first levels with you guys just so you get a chance to experience the game and all its immersive goodness. Now, as you can see, the lowest possible graphical settings are actually not too bad at all. We still have a good sense of immersion in the game. It feels good that all the kind of like environmental objects and things are still making a difference to the way that the levels are running, like the turbine that fell on us a little while ago, and things that are flying sort of around us and near us. Smoke Fidex and Fidelity are all running reasonably well as well. So the question you might ask is, well, how low a graphics computer does this game need, seeing as it's running so well on its lowest possible settings? Surely it doesn't need a beast of a computer. And the good news is that on the minimum requirements of this game, we're looking for an Intel i3 550 or an AMD Athlon 2 X4 620 or greater, and only 3 GB of RAM. And then NVIDIA GeForce GTX 450 or a Radeon H5 770 or greater. So, surprisingly enough, or perhaps not surprisingly enough, because this game is just quite well optimized, actually, it doesn't need that higher computer to be able to run, which is a good thing to start off with. But as you guys could see from the very first level that we played there with the side-by-side comparison, it's pretty clear that this game is one of those ones that does significantly benefit from the higher kind of graphical quality. We still have a good level of like explosions and stuff, and running this game at such a low resolution actually, surprisingly enough, doesn't affect us too much in the sense of like I don't feel like I'm running a 640 by 480 game, if that makes sense. Obviously, I have kind of like increased the size of the screen for you guys to make sure that you're experiencing it pretty much almost exactly the same to how I am. The game actually doubles up its resolution here. It runs half pixel mode, which means essentially 640 by 480 is being blown up twice for me. So what I'm actually seeing is twice that, but it's the same resolution. So it's just purely a way of making sure that I can actually see what's going on, because playing 640 by 480 on this screen, you have to get exceedingly close to the screen to make sure that you can actually see what's going on, which is pretty difficult. But I'll tell you what, this is a game that I feel like is made to be able to run on many computers out there. Trials Evolution was great, but I think what they've done with Trials Fusion is actually made some really interesting stuff. I'm just going to do some crazy tricks because I'm so cool. Not really. But yeah, it's just well optimized, and I think that plays well into it, especially with like some of the objects and stuff, like grasses and things as well, are quite nicely done on here. Oh no! Oh, that's our first crash, because we were trying to be cool and do like some sneaky moves like this. Even though we don't really have to do any tricks at all, it's still fun to try to do them. Oh dear. But it is. I think hopefully you'll be pleasantly surprised. So, the answer to the question, whether or not this game does run well on its lowest possible graphical settings, is yes, it does. It runs exceedingly well. And surprisingly enough, that doesn't surprise me. And I hope that makes sense to you guys. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope this has all made sense to you. Don't forget to like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you loved it. 200 likes gets us playing Trials Fusion again. And I'll see you all next time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. You've been watching the Gaffcast. We hope you had enjoyed the show. Don't forget to check out all of our other videos. Oh, and be sure to subscribe to us if you like what you see. That way I'll know to make more and that you really like me. So, you've been watching the Gaffcast. We hope you have enjoyed the show. Don't forget to check out all of our other videos.